What's up, guys? Welcome back. Working on the Driftstang today. Already got the oil draining on it. Working on getting the new steering rack limiters out. See if we can get a little bit more clearance for the front. But as of right now, I'll show you guys what I'm working on. As of right now, cleaned off the power steering rack. You guys saw that in one of the previous videos.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's not supposed to sound like that.
That's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
But should be able to just kind of wiggle this boot off, and they should be sitting right in here somewhere. So I'm gonna try and get this boot off, and then I'm gonna do the other side and kind of go from there. But like I said, already got the oil draining on it, so see if we can crack the oil filter while I'm here. I just gotta manhandle that sucker. There we go. Yeah. See what comes out. Ugh. That's pretty nasty oil, but it did sit. The car did sit for a year, so I mean, it can't be too bad, I guess. So I got the boot off, which you guys can see here, and this little guy right there, that little sucker. Go ahead and see it. That's a little spacer. Okay, just pop her on off. Well, don't do what I just did and push it into the rack. So just kind of pull it on out there, and maybe if it'll come out. There it goes. Maybe? No! Shit. Alright, well, now that I got it out, I should be able to get a little bit more turning angle and kind of give you guys a show of what it looks like before and after. This is at full lock to the passenger side, but you can see there's a little bit of clearance. A little bit of clearance there. And if we come under the driver's side, got a little bit of clearance here. But everything clears pretty well with those spacers in, but I already did take that one out, so we're just gonna make sure we don't mess anything up. We're just gonna slide this puppy back on, you know what I mean? Just kind of wiggle it on in there, you know? There we go. All right, poof. All good. Didn't mess up the boot seal or anything, so that's good. And then take this guy and just kind of put it back on. But yeah, there it is. Not too bad. So just grab my pair of pliers, pinch them, let go, and boom. First rack spacer is out. And I'm gonna hop up top and show you what the steering wheel looks like with the side we haven't taken out, and then show you what it looks like after. All right, so right now we're in the driver's seat, which you can see the steering wheel's turned all the way to the right. And you can see it's about 90 degrees. And if we turn our wheel all the way to the left, it would have stopped there. Oh, maybe I got another turn. Would have stopped there, right? Now we got about there. So you get about another 10 degrees of steering angle, which is pretty freaking awesome. But we're gonna go back down under the car and kind of see what issues we're gonna run to rubbing wise. And we have a lot more steering angle or steering input now, which you can see is full lock. Before it stopped, let's see if I can give you guys a little bit of a visual representation. So, all right, so stock, this is where we were on angle. Not a lot, can't really turn that far, but now with the rack limiters taken out, so you can see we gained about another 10 degrees of angle. But if you come underneath the car, you can see we're rubbing here, unfortunately. And on your inside tire, which when you're drifting, this will be your inside tire, obviously. That'll be your drag tire. But you can see we're gonna be hitting the subframe right here, so probably gonna have to cut a little bit of that off. And worst case scenario, just get a spacer. Shouldn't be too bad, but easiest fix for this is probably just get a spacer. But I can already tell that's a lot better on angle, and Should help us pretty good on the track. And it doesn't really hurt the rack too much because it's meant to move that much distance. But anyways, I'm gonna take this one out and then we're gonna fill it back with oil and show you guys all the cool parts that I got. Sweet, simple, easy little modification there to get a little bit more angle for the new drift car. But let's move on to the parts that I bought for the car, and we'll get installing those and kind of move around the car as we do it. Starting with, obviously going to do a coolant flush, so I had to buy coolant. Going to be doing a rear diff reseal, which is the gasket that's sitting there. And we'll start with something super easy. Got myself brand new O2 sensors because it was throwing a code. And moving on from that, open this all up. I got new brakes and new lug nuts. Woo! Those are much better than the Fords. But got new brakes for the car because, as you can see, these rotors are trashed and I just don't trust it. So I'm gonna throw some new pads and rotors on it and some new lug nuts. So let's start with the O2 sensors just because they're super easy. We can throw those in. They're the upstream ones, which are here and here. Kind of go throw these on, and then hopefully this should get rid of the check engine light. Alrighty, new O2 sensors are in, 1 and 2, clipped in up there and up there. These are the old ones. Pretty nasty if you ask me. But now that that's taken care of, hopefully that gets rid of my awful check engine light ahead. Steering rack spacers are taken out as well. So I think we can move on to the next thing, and that is the brakes. Alright, so obviously rotor caliper is all off. Gonna be replacing them with new ones, but under further investigation, looks like I'm gonna need a new ball joint, but we'll worry about that another day. Let's go ahead and crack these open. So for the fronts, went ahead and balled out, got me some EBC yellows, just because they do great for track driving, and car is going to mostly see track time, so I figured why not get the yellows. They look great. But in the meantime, also went ahead and got me some Stop Tech rotors, slotted rotors, got me some stickies. Which got a front right here, it looks like. Yeah, we got a front right here, so we'll go ahead and throw that puppy on up there. And I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, that'll be kind of how it's gonna look. But pretty excited to get these on the car and feel the difference in the stopping power, because as of right now, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks ass. Well, I got both fronts done, EBC yellow pads taken care of. Gonna put the new, so I already went ahead and put the new lug nuts on this side, and man, what a difference. Obviously got to make a little bit of room for the pads, but huge difference. Shout out to American Racing for these guys. Amazing upgrade versus these stupid freaking things. Like, look at the size difference. Going from a 21 with this stupid casing on it to a 17. Way better for the rears because obviously it was much tighter, but huge improvements all around. Alrighty, new brakes up front looking Gucci. New brakes in the rear looking good. All the hardware's on. Got the new hardware cap on the top here and the Ford logo, nice. But gonna get both rear wheels on and put some oil in it, bleed the brakes, and yeah, we'll be able to go take it for a test drive. I'm doing a brake flush right now, but I think it's safe to say that these rotors were just done for, so throw those in the pile of shit. I'll worry about the brakes, or not the brakes, but I'll worry about the rear diff later since it's getting late. So we'll have to do that another night. But I got the rear diff gasket. Was able to get all the brakes and the new lug nuts tonight, so that is a huge plus. And I will say they look pretty cool. So I'm gonna finish up this brake flush. For some reason I couldn't get this guy to crack loose, so I don't know what's going on with him. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever I work on the car next. But might be tomorrow, might not be, I don't know yet. But I'll make sure to update you guys on the next time I work on the car. So I'll see you next time.